in transition. Get back. Oh! Uses his body well, and that's great. Connects on long range. Good. Attacking the rim through the contact. Gets it to go, and that was a strong contest.
We welcome you back to the St. John's tournament, Wits Old School, the Wits Old Mutual Sports Hall. Temperature's cold outside, but it's slowly heating up inside. Today's game, we have Michael Mount versus Highbury Prep under 13 bronze medal. These teams, competed. They went hard at each other, and now they're just fighting to see who gets to take home the silverware. It should be an exciting outfit. This is where programs are built. The under 13 program. At least these guys get to take home something. They've made it this far, and they're just going hard at each other. Should be exciting. Should be nice to see, And, yeah. So on the Highbury Prep side, they have, let's start with Michael Mount. They have Da, Rolfs, Anderson, Macon, McGee, Gupta, David, Blasher, Patton, Kosi, Balabele, and Gugushe. And Michael Mount, normally a very strategic team, so, at this age group, you just want to see the kids running their program, having fun, and actually not playing to win, but showing that competitive spirit. So it should be fun to see the small guys go at it. And then today I'm joined by Adam Zawada, and I myself, let me introduce myself, Tsakani Ngobeni. First game of the day, should be very exciting to see who comes out of this under 13 bronze game.
I'm glad it's your first game of the day. Tsakani, welcome, my brother. How's it been going? Eh? Slow start for you.
Slow start for me.
Is this the time to arrive?
I had to get some coffee. Traffic on a Sunday on the M1 is horrible.
So Highbury Prep, they just played. They have to play another to try and seal up podium. Mikize, Kurak, Malongo, Kurak again, Merchant, Mansi, Noah, Brown, Grenfell, Longwa, Belcher, and DeVet. Brown, Grenfell, and Longwa are their big players at the moment. They need to make something happen. Brown didn't have a bad game. Grenfell struggled in the previous one. He needs to step up.
I think it's an advantage to play immediately after, or do you still have the taste of I don't want to say the loss at this age, the taste of that small defeat.
I would rather play now than have a breather. I don't know. With Michael Mount, they took one game breather and played again. That's not bad.
I fully agree with you. That taste is still in your mouth. You get to bounce back immediately. You get to fix what you need to do.
And remember to follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, School Sports Live, @School Sports Live, and hashtag SSL Basketball. So tell your friends, tell your family, some good football, some good basketball. Wow, I'm running out of words here. It's funny.
You need a cup of coffee that I had.
Yeah, too bad I don't drink the stuff. But unfortunately, it's been a lot of basketball being played. This is day 4 of a great tournament hosted by St. John's, this tournament by St. John's College, and it has been absolutely superb.
I'm actually proud of the parents who are out here this early supporting the kids, I mean, the last game last night was packed to the podium, nail-biting game. Everyone was just excited. So I feel like as the day continues to it will be cold outside, but as it continues to warm up inside, the stands should be filling out.
Definitely. And it's always good to see, because I don't have kids, you have kids, so yeah. I don't really have to worry about supporting my children. But yeah. I don't know if I'd get up early on a Sunday morning, huh?
You get up early whether you want to or not.
The secrets of parenthood being shown, being from your mouth to my ear. Let's hope it works well. What's good to see is Michael Waldorf has always had some very good support. They've always pulled in really, really well.
No, they always do. They've got like I said, this under 13 program is the return of investment. They're building for the next couple of years, They know their structure, but like I said, this team, you don't want to see them being too competitive, But you want to see them having fun, executing the plays, showing what they learn, but showing that little nudge of competitive. Not completely. You want to make them have fun.
And if I remember right, Michael Mount has an under 13, under 15, and under 19 side who all made at least quarterfinals.
Yes.
Because the under 19s got kicked out in the quarterfinals. The under 15s are currently going to be playing a semi-final, and then now the under 13s who were in a semi-final are now playing for a bronze medal.
That just speaks to the strength of their program.
No, definitely.
If you're able to compete, take something home, be at least in the top 5 of the tournament in every age group, I mean, that says a lot about your program, and you're building for the future. So your kids are growing up in this competitive environment. They know how to win. They know what the environment looks like. They know why they practice during the week is to come win this later on in the year.
I've been watching all three this is my third under 13 game at the moment. My prediction for this game, I am predicting a Michael Mount victory, though, I must say. I'm predicting Michael Mount to take third.
I have to agree with you there. I'm backing that one. I'm doubling down.
Doubling down?
I'm doubling down on your prediction, and it should be good. Not that we're counting Highbury Prep off, but I'm just saying,
they could surprise us. They could, because maybe they're warm now. Their coach changes their tactics. Let's see what they can do. They learned from their mistakes.
At this point, like you said, it's all about adjusting. And the sad part is that Malcolm Mount knows how to adjust a little bit more, because they have a more refined program. And the boys...
Tactically, they've been very sound.
Exactly. And the boys know what to expect, how to execute. And let's see if Highbury Prep can, meet that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 punch.
And let's not forget the fact that when Michael Mount played St. Peter's, they were holding them all the way till the third quarter. And then some very good individual play by St. Peter's and tactical play. But it was more, both teams had the right tactics. Yeah. It was about St. Peter's ability to put it on the court and execute, which allowed them to take that victory.
Exactly. And I mean, as much as you, in this game, what you need to do is capitalize on every potential shot. Defense, everyone's going to shoot, so get up. Like these guys are small. Sometimes I think, is that ball too heavy for them? Was I shooting at this age, or was I still doing the layup? But hopefully they've got that confidence from just watching TV. I mean, because they just bombarded by a whole lot of basketball than we were back in the day. So hopefully they've got that confidence, and hopefully it shows off.
So currently Michael Mount ready to play ball. We're waiting on Highbury Prep. Not sure where they are at the moment. They're not on the court.
I think they're playing mind games.
No, maybe. It should have maybe been used in the semi though, not the bronze playoff.
Exactly. Let's hope they are playing mind games. I hope they know that they do have a game scheduled.
No, I'm sure they do know that. I do think they're currently just in the change room. Some tournament managers and workers are obviously hustling around, making sure that they are coming. So let's have a look what happens, because it's going to be an interesting game, to say the least. I think Highbury Prep were a little surprised in that semi-final. I don't think they came out, they didn't maybe sleep well, or whatever the story might have been. They didn't come out as hot as they would have liked to.
And what I saw about the quarterfinals yesterday, teams that start off on the back foot don't end the game well.
Yeah. You said it yesterday, and I agree with you.
And I agree. So if you're in the semis or you're in the bronze medal game, you can't afford to start off on your back foot. You need to come out strong, know the game plan, have a great warm-up, be locked in. Locked and loaded, come out here and just let it all fly. Sprint, run, ball, jump, box out, all the things that coach yells at you at practice. This is when you come and execute and say, hey, listen, I listen at practice, I execute in games.
Highbury Prep has made their way out. Sakani, whilst we have a minute though, I want to tell you something very cool. I don't know if you noticed this morning, there's some boxes. There are black boxes behind the one basket. Do you know what that is?
I'm figuring disco lights. I'm
No,
assuming
not quite.
disco light or the smoke screen.
You're in similar vein of thought. We have pyrotechnics here today, as well as a live band.
Oh, the band I'm loving. They were playing Michael Jackson.
Oh, I love it.
Thriller, Questa Ngudu, and I just found myself accidentally just, I don't want to say dancing, but bobbing my head.
Yeah. No,
to the
definitely.
rhythm,
It's tough because I enjoy live bands thoroughly, especially when they're on the ball.
Oh, yeah.
And so, it's tough to have to commentate when your hips are shaking in your chair.
When you want to dance and sing along. At home, you don't know what you're missing out. This environment is quite electric. The parents are cheering for their kids in a nice, respectable manner. The kids are having fun. The band is live. The energy is just electric in here, and it's not even 12 o'clock yet.
I think the refs gave Highbury a bit of extra time just to breathe after their first game, because I think they're the only side this whole tournament to have played back-to-back games, and I think it's just because of this setup today.
Yeah, and I understand, So if you don't want to be in that situation, you make sure you win the previous game. But unfortunately and fortunately, they get to play and redeem themselves from the loss they just experienced, Coach just needs to adjust them a little bit. Guys, we get to bounce back. Let's take this bronze home and enjoy it.
And they've played well enough to give themselves a chance at a medal here. They can still hold their heads proud. Top 4. There's a lot of teams here today, 56 all in all. They've done really, really well. They just need to turn on, focus, and Highbury Prep can bring home a medal.
Yes, everyone will have their favorites, but this is still anyone's game. It all decided between the lines. Who wants to take it, who plays hard, and who plays the best.
Well, we're ready to take it off here. Remember, keep in mind for Michael Mount, Luca, number 4, and De Vet was quite important, number 5. And, of course, Liam Ralphs, the number 1 for Michael Mount, were important players. And then for Highbury Prep, we had Brown and Grenfell playing an important part. And then number 4, their ball carrier, Mvelo Mkhize, clearly their main player. And Highbury Prep, Grenfell wins that first ball. Now they're driving it up into the key, decides to go up, almost opens the scoring. He gets a second chance, does exactly that. Is this a different side or what?
And that's the aggression you want to see coming out the gate. You see that he didn't even hesitate. He didn't look twice. They're trying to press, but, you know, Highbury Prep is not really awake. They're awake offensively, but not defensively.
Brown has a fumble on the ball. What I like to see is that they're bringing that intensity from the previous game, knowing that the zone defense worked very well, but they needed to increase their intensity on offense. Michael Mount keeps the possession of the ball. I think they should have maybe let that one go out.
Yeah. No, I'm actually liking High Prep's intensity.
It's early days. I mean, it's the first minute of the first quarter.
It's early days, but I think they're still flowing off the gas from the previous game.
Yeah, they're definitely warm. Maybe Michael Mount got cold. It is cold outside the gymnasium.
I did mention that they play mental games with Michael Mount. They start at this age. You know, catch your opposition off guard.
No,
lull them to sleep. You know, they've warmed up, allow them to cool down while you're still warm in the locker room.
Brown throws his second, doesn't walk away with it. De Vet gets the rebound. Luca, the main ball carrier for Michael Mount. Little headband and long hair. Does too much, though. He does really well, but he often gets one bounce too many in and then loses control. Or the second he looks for the pass, loses it. Highbury comes now. There's a big drive. That's number 7 for them. And that is Spaso Kurak playing very well.
Spaso is coming with some energy right now. He's leading by example. This is how you get it done. And I like the 2-3 press that High Prep is placing right now, but don't let the guys get behind you, you know? Beat ball line.
Exactly what happened. It's around the world, doesn't go in. Michael Mount still isn't open there scoring. They do get the rebound. Another around the world. Look at that. That's the difference of being in touch and out of touch.
In touch without a touch, and there must be a lid on that rim because those shots should have had a shooter's roll and rolled right in, you know? High Prep needs to fix up their defense because right now they're pressing, but they're losing track of the man.
Yeah, you can't let them get behind you. This is quite interesting because Highbury Prep in the previous game played a very zonal defense against Sacred Heart, which worked very well. It did limit Sacred Heart a lot. But now Highbury Prep are deciding to go up with it. They're throwing up a lot of balls and not walking away with it. They were 3 seconds in the key for Grenfell. You need to be in and out. You can't hang around there.
Exactly. Highbury Prep is the aggressor this morning. They've adjusted the zone a little bit, the zone press, and, you know, controlling it a little bit.
Oh, that was absolutely superb.
Superb, clinical. Don't fall to the trap. Avoid the trap. Move the ball and just cut into space.
There is one word for that, and that is smooth.
That is smooth.
And that is Luca and Liam Ralphs working together like brothers. You can tell they've played a lot of ball together.
Oh, yes, they knew. Give and go. That's what we call that. You know, create space, give it to your teammate, receive it right back, and Luca was rewarded with a basket.
And then he makes sure to sink it. So 3 points there. Good effort. Michael Mount with a steal. That number 0 for Michael Mount, Shalakum Da, has very sticky fingers. He's done very well in stealing balls. Yeah. Drags another offensive foul.
Mr. Mda, to add on to that, Mr. Mda's always in the passing lane. He's active, quick feet, moving his feet. You know, for these young under 13s, I'm impressed by the amount of knowledge they have.
Tsakane, are you ready? The band is going up again as Luca goes for a free hit. And you can hear them in the background. And what a song they decided to play. Look at that beat.
I'm enjoying this because the kids are also nodding their heads. The bench is nodding their heads. There's a rhythm. There's an energy. Everyone's feeding into it. And it's also increasing the level and intensity of the boys playing.
Well, the intensity in the stadium has just gone through the roof at the moment. And I mean, the first game, I'm not sure, I don't think you were here yet, Sakani. The very first game between Michael Mount and St. Peter's, the intensity for an 8 o'clock game, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it again. Because the parents came out hot. Because the band hadn't arrived yet. There was just, if not more intensity than earlier.
Sure. As it should be. What I like about Highveld is Spaso. Highbury. Spaso is very aggressive. Yeah. Every possession that they've had coming down the floor, they've been aggressive, attacking the rim. They are yet to take a shot.
Highbury, Spaso, especially for Highbury, has absolutely been wanting to just get the ball in the bucket. Again, Spousal with the rebound, keeps it in, finds the McKeezy. McKeezy can run, splits two, there's going to be pressure, goes up. That layup should have been sunk. Highbury needs to sink those because that's how you build that lead. It's a tight game at the moment.
It's a tight game, competitive game. These young boys are into it.
It's definitely been close. Highbury wins the rebound. Grenfell goes up, doesn't get it in though. Luca can counter. It's exactly what he does. The one thing I can say for Luca, he plays this ball beautifully. He just needs to look up as he gets his dribble off. Because if there's a fast break, the ball travels faster than you ever will.
Always.
And sometimes I think with his, knowing he has the ability, Mda goes up for a shot, gets his own rebound, misses it. With his ability, knowing that he can beat one or two, he wants to do that before he looks for the fast break and sometimes loses that opportunity.
You know, and it comes with age, you know. So he's still under 13. He knows where he's going, he just can't see it yet. So the older he gets, I'm sure he'll learn to pick his head up.
Brown gets that rebound, goes for a long ball, gets stolen by Mda, no, not by Mda, number 21. That's Mkosi. Mkosi doesn't get it. There's a bit of a tumble on the floor. Everyone seems okay though. One player staying down, number 25, the vet. I think as he landed, his head hit the floor was one of the first things that landed. So he's probably a little shook up. Big round of applause for Devet coming off the field. So they will bring on a substitute for him. And it's a number 11, Gupta, coming into the field. It's interesting because that was actually a defensive foul by Michael Mount. Grenfell makes no mistakes, puts it away. So Highbury Prep takes the lead. This is a better side than what played against Sacred Heart.
Should we say they use that game as a warm-up and are more engaged in this game? Definitely.
They've clearly figured something out, and that's the first quarter. And it's a tight game, 1 point difference in it. Highbury Prep leading 5-4. Tsakani, thoughts?
Highbury Prep, is it Connor? Connor Greenfell is looking very aggressive, coming out very strong, having that taste of the loss they just experienced in the previous game. The kids are ready to ball and coming at it. Malcolm Mount is just quick. They took them 2 minutes to warm up, started off slow, but they've picked up their pace, and both these guys are going back and forth, back and forth. All they need to do is just start converting. They're aggressive, they're technical, they're sharing the ball, which is what I like to see at this age group. And, you know, it should be an exciting second quarter.
The player to look out for me for Highbury Prep who's really stuck up his hand is Spazel Kurak. I'm not sure if I'm saying that surname right. Could be Sarak or Sarak, I don't know. I do apologize to his family and friends. But Spazel, number 7 for Highbury Prep, has been playing absolutely superbly.
No, he is locked in. Spazel, Kurak, as you said, and Greenfell, like I said, just need to put the team on the back of their back and say, guys, follow our lead, do as we do. Pass the ball, attack aggressively, and we should secure this win.
What's been very interesting is the fact that Brown had a very good game, James Brown, in the previous game. He really helped Highbury Prep a lot, but he's been very quiet this game round. So it's interesting, this ebb and flow between these players and what they're going to do around it to make it happen and change it up so that they walk away with a bronze medal.
But that's the beauty of the game. You know, you have one good game, your teammates feed off your energy and outdo you in effort to improve the team, and that's what I like about the game. You know, you always have a chance to improve.
It's a good screen by Gupta. Luca goes up, throws a high ball, does drag a foul through it, so he'll get 2 more chances. Doesn't sink the basket, unfortunately. On screen, the 2 Dubrovkas, that's Igor and his mother, the head and assistant coach of Michael Mount Waldorf. Absolutely superb tacticians in basketball. We've seen it at all levels of their basketball program at Michael Mount.
It's I call it the Serbian approach, you know. The Michael Mount team travels once a year.
Tutash.
Yes. Travels once a year to go to Serbia. The kids get to run through programs, you know, refine their skill, get better, and we see the results of it on the different levels or different age groups that they come and show us, that they've come to show us play in this tournament.
Michael Mount retaining possession around the key. Luca drives, gives it out to number 21. I do believe that is Mkosi. He's also been playing very well this game. I must say Mkosi has done very well. He's been very underrated, very on the side, but running good lines, booting good balls off, and just creating space.
So See, I'm noticing one thing right now. The play is happening on the strong side, but Gupta, number 11 for Michael Mount, is in help side. And at that age, that is a tremendous skill to acknowledge and to know. So that is one of the pure fundamentals that you try to instill in players. I mean, even grown men still can't get to that position.
Grenfell doing well, gets a quick ball in and goes straight up and gets 2 points, making this a 7-4 victory game at the moment. It's still only a one-possession lead if a three-pointer gets sunk. Gupta down at the bottom of the key, gives it to Mda. Mda wants to drive, he travels, needs to bounce it before you move.
You know what I like about the contrast between two teams? Malcolm Mount, Lucas leading from the gate. Highbury Prep, Greenfeld is leading. So Biggie and Small are going at each other, leading their teams.
Remember the ball carriers, it's quite an interesting game because they share numbers. Luca for Michael Mount and Mkhize for Highbury Prep. Sharing numbers and sharing possessions will definitely be having a go at one another. But under the basket, it is Grenfell for for Highbury, and he's been doing some damage. Sunk 1 or 2 baskets, now he's sunk another free throw, turning this into an 8-4 game. Michael Mount need to be careful. They can't let Highbury walk away from them.
They will, and at this point, this is where I like to see Michael Mount change the pace, change the tempo of the game. So you might see them go into a press just to speed up the high-felt momentum, just to disorientate them a little bit.
And Grenfell does well, sinks the second one, turns this into an 8-point game. Oh, sorry, misses the second one. Luca goes up. There is a lid for Michael Mount at the moment. That was a superb play, but he was so unlucky to not walk away with that.
As I said, they've taken good shots, but like the lid just needs to be moved away.
But then, to me, they just need to keep going.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Don't let that fear of failure set in. You can't let Highbury set. Luca doing a little too much, though. We spoke about it earlier. He needs to release.
He needs to release a little bit. He's shooting. He's in the forest right now with those Highbury trees, and he's shooting through the forest. That's when you pass the ball to your teammates, share the ball, share the success.
Gupta goes up for a three, a bit of heavy, doesn't get it. Liam Ralph goes out. He decides to respread the key. He goes out to number 21, that's Mkosi. Gupta throws it out to Mda. Mda tries to drive. Draws one, draws two, draws a foul. So they're getting those attacking fouls, which is very good by Michael Mount.
Actually, the one thing I overlooked, the strategy of Luca probably driving in, trying to score. Michael Mount going to the rim. I think they're trying to get Greenfield out of the game, get him to foul, because he's looking to block every shot. So if you get the big tree out the game, it's easier shots for you. So I think that's the strategy they're trying to implement.
A big three goes up. There's been a sub for Michael Mount as well. It is number 13. Ibongwa coming in for Nkosi. So Nkosi Nkosi goes to the bench. Gupta looking for a pass, finds Luca. Luca looking, he drives one, drives two, again too much, but this time he puts the 2 points in. There, he cut the angle beautifully to open up that side.
He did not go through the trees, he went around the trees this
100%, 100%. It's a nice basic layup who draws a foul, number 8, but that is Trent Marchant for Highbury. Good to see him out again. He played very well in the previous game as well, with some very high intensity.
Trent got the ball, didn't even hesitate, saw that he had the numbers, he had the, the perfect angle to attack the rim. He didn't even hesitate, because Michael Mount seems to be fouling a lot and getting into foul trouble, but what they need to start doing as Highbury Prep is converting from the free throw line.
I tend to agree. Even if you look at the fouls, you can see that Michael Mount is much higher. There are a good 3 or 4 fouls ahead of them. So it gives extra free throws. It's the right idea, and eventually you're going to lose players to them. And I don't think these benches have the largest depth.
No, they don't.
Liam Ralph goes up for a 2. Again, the lid is on the rim. There haven't been terrible shots, though.
Yeah, no terrible shots, just that the lid is on. But that's how you do. Luca gets the steal, goes through the trees, tries to convert, but the lid is still on. Great intention. I don't want to say bad execution, because that lid is on the rim. They need to find a way to break that lid.
Michael Mount definitely looking for steals. That was from his opposite number, Mkhize. Liam Ralph does it this time. There looks like a foul there. No whistle blown. This time, Spazor goes out to Brown. Brown looks for a shot, decides to drive. Steps well around Gupta and draws another foul.
This Highbury Prep team is very aggressive. I don't think they have taken a shot outside the paint. Everything has been in the paint, no threes, no long distance twos, just straight in the paint, attacking the rim, compromising the defense, and the size of Michael Mount.
And if you look at the time, Highbury will be happy with this. They're leading. If Brown can sink this, it takes it to a 3-point difference. So the buzzer's gone for half time. Brown goes up, sinks it, no questions asked. So 9-6 at the moment in Highbury Prep's favour. This is better basketball from them. I think Sacred Heart ran them ragged with their speed and intensity, and Michael Mount can't match that. If you look, we spoke about body language earlier. Look at Highbury's, it's half time. They're going out for layup.
Exactly.
Michael Mount's heads are down.
No, heads are down, but they're down because coach needs to give them strategy. They need to adjust. These guys are feeding off the loss that they had. Like I said, they had that bad taste from the previous game.
Their energy is high.
Their energy is high, and they're like, listen, we get to redeem ourselves immediately. And that's what they're doing, you know?
Because we also spoke about no one else has had to play back-to-back games.
Exactly.
They're, what I'm sensing from them, it seems like they're taking this as an opportunity rather than a curse. They're going, you know what, no one else gets a second chance, we get a second chance.
Immediately.
Let's not waste it.
You know, you don't get to sit down, you don't get to pounce, you don't get to dwell on your mistakes that you made to get you that loss. You get to bounce back immediately, and that's exactly what they're doing. I mean, Greenfeld is playing well. He's attacking the rim, number 14. You have Karak also attacking the rim. I mean, none of these guys are shooting.
Been superb for Highbury.
This whole team is superb. And then on defense, they've got their hands up. They're not fouling. They're playing within their lanes. They're very clean. They're very technical, you know, and which is what we normally expect from the Michael Mount squad, you know.
No, I 100% tend to agree. The way that Michael Mount's been playing hasn't been bad. We can't have a go at them. We can't say they've been playing poorly. But there has been a lid on that rim. They've been penetrating. Even when they're practicing now, the ball's going in and out. It's just not hitting the net.
Hopefully the rim, and I'm not putting a curse on Highbury, hopefully the rim returns the favor to Highbury, or Michael Mount finds a can opener for this rim during these warm-ups and actually warms up and comes out with the same intensity in which Highbury came out to match them in the first and second quarter.
No, it's definitely a very positive thing that we're watching and that's happening at the moment. 9-6 at the moment. It's an interesting game to say the least. This band though, Takane, it's hard to focus when you want to dance along there. The crowd absolutely loving it.
It's hard to focus when you want to sing along and commentate to the people at home. And Adam, I don't know about your singing voice, but I can definitely qualify for Idol's wooden mic without even competition.
No, all I'm rocking is a little bit of bass in my voice. That sounds good. So when I hum, absolutely superb. But anything more than that, drop me off a bridge into the river. Get rid of me. Get me out of there.
I think we'll safe to say we'll just stick to commentating.
Yeah.
And let the band do its thing while we do our thing.
Well, I mean, fun fact, I actually used to sing in a chorus when I was a boy, but that was before the voice broke and there was this much bass.
Fun fact, no one ever wanted me to sing anywhere, and I still haven't.
Like, you know it's bad when the tiles crack, eh?
Oh, yes. No, you know it's bad when your own mother says, "This is not for you, my son."
And she's supposed to love you.
She's supposed to encourage you for everything that you do. And she was like, not this time, my child, not this time. So
that's deep.
I've been scarred since then.
I don't doubt it. But then again, she also probably saved you from quite a bit of humiliation. So in her own way, she was definitely looking out for you.
I think what confused me is that they say dance like no one's watching and sing like no one's listening. I think I got that confused. I used to sing like no one's watching, and that would just hurt people's ears and break the tiles. You know?
They're the band on screen at the moment, looking absolutely superb, so professional as well.
Yeah, it's the Parktown Boys band.
Parktown Boys and their red and black blazers and their red ties, looking good. So 31 seconds left until the third quarter. This game is anyone's at the moment. If I wouldn't even put your money down, Sakani.
I mean, we doubled down on Malcolm Mount. My money's still down. My e-bucks still down.
Yeah, e-bucks. Now the currency's changing to hit the wallet list.
Cryptocurrency.
Would you put down a Bitcoin right now where it's $5,000 Bitcoin?
I would on Michael Mount because I think they're going to put more pressure, apply pressure. The fumes from Highbury are going to run out.
I was wondering about that.
Exactly.
My next conversation was going to be about fitness. What was going to be the approach?
Yes, so that's going to come into effect at some point, and we're going to see the results of that.
So Highbury spreading the ball well from the key. Didn't sink their first basket. Number 4 versus 4, Lukovic and Kesey. Now Grenfell's able to go up. He draws well, doesn't get it, gets his own rebound, draws the foul, and sinks the 2 points. Grenfell is having a beautiful game. He struggled in the previous one. He really did.
He struggled. The rims have changed. Greenfeld seems to have found the can opener
for this rim.
For this particular lit that was close for Michael Mount. You know, it's working for him. One shot miss, get his rebound, and win right back up.
11-6 at the moment. Grenfell struggled in the previous game, but here he's up, he's about, he's making stuff happen for his side.
He's locked in.
And that's what's important.
Greenfeld is locked in, Karak is locked in, and these guys are like, listen, we want the silverware or the bronzeware.
Bang, Grenfell again. Michael Mount need to, this would be the timeout call for me.
Michael Mount needs to get rid of those second chance opportunities because that's how they were able to score 4 points in 2 possessions.
Luka releases Ibongwe. Ibongwe has a shot. Luka gets his own rebound. This time he drives. It's too many. It should be a foul. Hands are up. But it's fine. Goes to Ralph. Goes to Ibongwe. Ibongwe drives beautifully. Goes round the trees. That lid is nowhere. And then a sign of frustration, fouling Brown from behind.
That lid has moved from one rim to the other rim. They just need to keep going at it. Shooters shoot, scorers score, and that's the mentality they need to keep having.
Luka almost with a steal, actually does not walk away with it. Mkhize does, beats one, beats two, finds Brown. Brown's going to post, it looks good, he's using his weight. He's a nice little bully that, and obviously the nicest way. He's not afraid to use his weight to get under the basket. Mkhize looks for Grenfell. No one steps out, now it's number 8. I know 8. Why do I know that number? Because it's Trent Marchant. That's why I know it. He's been a little quiet so far.
The feels because he led in the previous game, but in this game, Trent got the ball very well. Highbury moved the ball around, found the gap. They didn't force it. They found the gap and then capitalized, attacked the middle because, as you can see, Michael Mount is undersized.
And look at that. Highbury Prep, from when they had a very poor conversion shooting rate, are missing almost nothing. Marchant sinks his first. What's he going to do in the second? Oh, almost in as well. Good rebound by Brown. Now they get a second opportunity. Grenfell almost wins it this time. Liam Hayes says, not this time, buddy, it's mine. Luka decides to bring it up as usual. He's driving too hard. He goes against 4.
Luka with a great strategy right there. Instead of going around the trees sometimes, go through the trees. But when you go through the trees, make sure you position your body in a way to get a foul and end up on the free throw line.
Look, I'm all down for getting fouls, but sometimes getting a foul when there is an easy basket. Luka's doing very well to draw, but he mustn't be afraid to try and take advantage because you're not always going to sink your free throw.
Sure.
It looks like Liam Ralph's been replaced by number 6. That's Chetan Makan. He's made a few appearances for Michael Mount the last 2 games, and he's been doing quite well. Luka makes no mistakes the second time, brings that lead down to 14-7, still a 7-point game.
Hopefully that basket by Luka breaks that the block on that rim. And as you can see, Michael Mount has switched to a full court press.
Look at that space by Brown. Brown needs to sink that. That's a basic layup. He had so much room there, ladies and gentlemen. Luka draws, clean tackle by Brown. That's the good defense. This time they might have a foul though.
And those are the players. No, it's a.
Are you seeing Spazel's intensity there after the whistle? Still rips the ball out and he goes, it's still mine.
No, take it. You know, this is a game that you can't.
This one goes to Makan. Then to Mda. Back to Luka. He's looking for Gupta. Decides to drive. Goes into his own player. It's too much. Luka's doing too much for his side at the moment. They need to utilize the other players.
You know, the other guys need to come on board and match Luka's intensity.
Spazel traveling, you need to bounce it, big dog. His frustration cannot boil over. He seems very close with his temper at the moment. They need to take control here.
You know, right now it's Luka and crew. The crew needs to step up and help Luka out. You know, he can't bear the whole team on his shoulders.
Most definitely. Mda has something to say about it, and that's
there you
why.
go.
That's what we're going to do.
That's how you do.
The second Luka sparks
Look at Luka tapping his chest, celebrating for his teammate, sharing that energy. That's what you want to see from a teammate celebrating success.
But that's all you got to do. Easy release. And Mda went crisscross applesauce, and he got straight through. Grenfell saying, having something to say about it. Doesn't come right, though. Luka deciding to count as fast as possible. Does well. Release. Now there's space, but he does draw the foul. So then, a bit of a mucky, it's a 50-50. I get the foul drawing, you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
But the second he passed it, it resulted in an easy 2.
No.
What a spin by Luka. If he sunk that, that would have been an absolute beautiful play. This time, Ibonge goes round the trees. Forces the foul this time. This time, Brown, not as clean as he has been.
And Ibonge tried to go around and through the trees right there. The trees seems to be moving along with him. The rhythm provided by us, the beats, the sound provided by the choir.
You were
or the
telling
band.
me it's Ricky Rick.
It's Ricky Rick, Zulu Girl.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a Zulu girl. Oh. See, then that's why I shouldn't be singing, Adam. You set me up there. You set me up, Adam, and I fell for it.
Hey, you do you, boo. I mean, I'm not going to get in the way of a man in his dream. Ibongwe, line infringement doesn't count, so that's a waste. See, so it's great to get the fouls, but he did no 2 points.
You need to convert on the free throw
Becomes
line.
pointless, like you said.
Like you said, you know?
Long ball by Highbury. We saw this yesterday. Somehow they walk away with it. Brown not able to do it. They played this tactic against Sacred Heart, and it didn't come right whatsoever. They started throwing Hail Marys for days.
Hail Mary.
Oh, and there we go. End of the third quarter. We talk about watching the time and time management. Something we're lacking at the moment because we're too invested. We need to step back, take a look at the time, the tactics.
Listen, the energy in here is getting us caught up in the game, you know?
Agreed.
Losing track of the time. The band is playing, the kids are playing, they're aggressive. Luca and Greenfield are going at each other, leading their teams, and that's what you want to see. If you look at the coaches right now, everyone's intense. If you look at the Highbury coach, guys, this is our strategy. We need to go back to dumping the ball inside and converting on, what do you call it?
Remember, this is only a 5-point game, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Far from over.
Those kids go anywhere in any direction.
You know, am I E-Bucks and Bitcoin still on Michael Mount? Correct.
So he's staying, Takani staying with his original call of playing with Michael Mount for the victory. We know that they have the ice in their veins to pull this through. We know their coaching staff does, but does the execution of the under-13s have that same ice in their veins?
You see, they've been able to contain Highbury this quarter. They haven't scored that much. No, they haven't converted.
Was better. That's a very good point.
They've contained them, but what they need to do now is break that. They need to smash that lid on that rim, because they get into the rim, they're trying to convert, they're missing the shots, but they need to convert from the free throw line, 1, and 2, they need to share the ball a little bit more.
There we go. That was my point.
Because when Lucas shared with Nda, we got a basket. You know, his teammates now need to move into position because the trees from Highbury are just covering the rim. And if they cover you, that means your man is open. So
absolutely agreed.
Share the ball, share the success.
Again, though, we talk about body language, and if you look at Highbury, they are flying high. They are hungry. Don't get me wrong. It's not to say that Michael Mounts isn't, but this is a different Highbury side from their previous game, and it shows. Spazo immediately involved. Sorry, that's not Spazo. That's his brother, Davo Kurak. Now Mkhize gets Brown at the baseline. Brown goes up. Easy 2 points? No. The rim's there. Brown wears it. Luca can go. He needs to look for Mda. He doesn't find him. Now he's looking. This is what I'm talking about. That's where the pass needed to be.
Yes.
Now he finds Chetan, Makan. Makan hits and hopes.
But Mda also needs to move into position.
Agreed. Mda didn't run beautifully.
He can't just wait. He needs to run the passing lane. You know, create an option for Luca. Because right now, if you run the same lane as him, then you become redundant.
I can just point out that Chetan Makan did superbly to walk away with a foul there. He was nowhere near the basket. He released hits and hope. He needs to calm down. Needs to try and get a basket. Needs to close this into a 4-point game. Big jump, too heavy, that rim, that lid. Michael Mount was struggling to convert. At the end of the day, we can say it's lid or luck. Nice fast break. Not the best ball released there by Mkhize. If they don't convert, they're not going to get points.
Yeah, great intention, bad execution right there.
See, Luca needs to look across the key. There's no one at the back end of the key. He drives 1, drives 2, throws up.
Whoa.
There he pulls one off, and that was superb.
Not only did he go through the trees, he weaved his way through the trees right there. You
Crisscross applesauce.
And there you go. Crisscross applesauce. Fleetwood needs to just put his ass, and Greenfield, needs to just block that and deter Luca.
We cannot rely on Luca like that, though. I still feel the more times he's released balls, the better.
I think he has, but I think he should take a 3-1 approach. Attack 3 times, pass 1 time.
I would rather see it. I'd rather see the opposite. Pass 3, attack once.
I know,
because every time you attack, he's either going to get a basket or a foul. Generally.
True, but his teammates need to put themselves in positions where he can pass, because passing through the trees is kind of difficult. If he can't see the rim through the trees, that means he can't see his teammates through the trees. Move in a position where Luca can find you and then hit the bottom of the net.
The size of Highbury has definitely played a role in Michael Mount's plans here, because there is no one on the far side key. No one trying to get loose and open, even if it's drawn. But then again, why would you waste the space and time if it doesn't pull round that side?
Correct. And if you're Highbury right now, you do adjust, be a little bit more aggressive. The urgency is on Michael Mount's side, but you also need to have an urgency. Don't play to lose, play to win. Be the aggressor. They're on the back foot, you know? Don't let them get comfortable. Get the rebound, second opportunity shots. Move the ball fast down the floor. Convert every possession.
No, definitely. The band's still in full swing. The Michael Mount Waldorf fans particularly enjoying it. But I see a lot of heads bopping in general. Big crowd, the band loving it. I do believe it is the man on the cymbals getting all the love in the background there. Getting all that love from the ladies in the crowd there. Oh, bit of swagger back. But back to the basketball. Michael Mount. Lucas spreads it to 25. Travel, silly mistakes. That's Devet. Devet recovering from landing on his head earlier, so obviously passing a concussion test and coming right back in. Too much pressure on Mkhize. Mkhize loses it. Now Luca, look for Chetan. Chetan's open. That's what I'm talking about. That player was open. That's an easy 2 basket. He goes up, doesn't score 2 points. Exactly. That is a wasted 2 points in my mind.
That is, you know, Chetan moved into space, but there was obstruction between the trees. You know, like I said, he can't pass through the trees.
That pass, we know Luca's ability. He's got the pass off there. He's
it should have been an early pass by Luca.
Agreed.
You know?
Nothing. You will never run faster than a ball. This is one of the truisms of any sport. Ball speed, whether it goes from cricket to baseball,
badminton.
football. Yeah, but you still have to increase your speed. It's a truism that applies. Oh, that is a great shot by Grenfell. Grenfell opening that lead back to 5. If Michael Mount don't string together a few shots here. See, this is good intensity. I don't mind him attacking there.
Yes.
Liam Ralph goes up, doesn't sink it. Ralph struggling. He doesn't get the blow. Now Highbury can go. Oh, he does back over the half. Silly mistakes.
Backcourt violation. You know, Highbury can't afford these small mistakes that they're doing. They need to capitalize and run the time down.
There's not a big enough lead.
Yes, there's not big enough lead.
Luca with a big 3, doesn't do anything. He's pulling the trigger, but he's not getting the points. That's a great steal, though. His intensity away from the basket has been superb.
He's an active guy. He's what I like to call an action guy. He's always where the action is, you know?
And I
making something happen.
I back that. I'm not backing. Oh, ball ripped by Mkhize.
Oh, yeah.
Strength by the little man. Finds Spazel. Spazel goes up. No questions asked. This is the difference at the moment. The conversion rate for Highbury has been superb and much better than their previous game.
And Mkhize is also another action man on the side of Highbury, making stuff happen for his team.
There he finds Liam Ralph. Ralph goes up. Clever step.
What a step through. That is very clinical
his basketball.
And technical.
Picking the right foot because he knew which foot he landed on. Brown doing too much. Well, for me, Luca must go to the key and release. And that's the trick here.
Go to key release, but his teammate complements him, move into space as well.
Highbury retains possession. They find Grenfell. Grenfell's able to go up. He's bad shot. It's recovered by Mda. Now Luca. Now Luca needs to look up. Where's Liam? There's the pass. Draws 1, draws 2. This time goes to Devet. Devet wants to drive, but he steps outside.
See, that transition play was perfect because Luca's teammates were all in the lane. He should have given the ball up at that particular time.
Liam, do you know what the difference is for me when Michael Mount looked better? They used to spread the ball like a wipe around the key, passing, not too much. And then now this is not what they're doing. And for me, that's the difference. They're not passing the ball. They're relying too much on one man. We spoke yesterday that I don't like the tactic of one man. That's good by Devet. Grenfell's too tall. Throws it out to Gupta. Gupta keeps it inside. Looking for Mda. Mda spreads back, finds Luca. No, he drives instead. Gives it back to Gupta. Gupta goes up for a 2. Again, that rim is problems. Ralph keeps it in. Drives and draws a foul this time. But now they're going to sink it to close the 7 points.
This is a tough time.
There's only a minute and a half left in this quarter. Then it's the end of the game.
Minute and a half. The pressure's up. It is. I don't want to say chaotic, but it is intense for these young guys right now, you know?
They're absolutely loving it. This is where BMC, big match temperament, plays an absolute role here. I will be very impressed with Highbury, and sir, I will take your 5,000 E-bucks. There, Luca in problems, keeps it in play. This time Ralph bounces, he drives, gives it out to Mda. Mda, now it needs to go across to Luca, but it's too late. Mda looks, this time goes to Gupta. Gupta shifts it to Mda. This is better from Michael Mount, though. They don't have the time, though.
You did mention this is when they play their best basketball, but they got too comfortable.
Bad pass, and now Highbury take possession. A minute left on the clock. Remember, this will go stop-start because it's under 10 minutes. He's pulled it up, a foul called.
See, Luca and Dart is going at it, action man versus action man, making
been a great thing to watch
for his team.
No, it's been absolutely superb basketball here. Michael Mount, I think, will be a little disappointed. Gupta fumbles, gives it to Mda. Mda keeps it in, looks for a player, decides to bring it up himself. Devet's in that far side, finds Luca. Luca's got time, fakes it, drives 1, he needs to release, goes up. Those are the conversion rates letting them down. They're doing everything right except ball in basket.
That's it. That's it for them.
The vet stalls it, gives it to Luca, sinks it finally. The crowd, something for Michael Mount to support. 18-3. He's going to get another shot to turn this into a 4-point game with 34 seconds. If Michael Mount can turn something around, this game is going to get hot, hot, hot.
Look at that. Court awareness, situational awareness.
That's awareness.
And that's what you need from your leader, your alpha. And he's just making it happen. Like I said, the action man.
That was superb. He knows he only had one shot.
One shot, situational awareness. Everyone else is slowed down. They don't know what's happening. He knew that, and that is just great basketball IQ from such a young under 13 guy. Make the first one. If you don't have the,
well, because he sunk the and one, it was only one shot, so he knew he could rebound.
He knew he could do that, and the rest of the guys were sleeping, and he knows his stop-start. He shot it quick, got in, made the ball. It is now a 3-point game.
Which was very individual. Look, I will not doubt Luca's skills. I will not. The young man has been superb, but it's about teams winning.
True.
And you're not going to win like this. And agreed, Michael Mount have done very well. Highbury needs to stay prepped, though. They need to stay on the ball. They understand that they've done the hard grind.
Yes.
Get it to Grenfell. Use him. When they haven't used him, there's been droughts. Get it to Brown. Get it to Grenfell. Get up there. Use your postman.
Get it to Brown, get it to Greenfield. Don't forget you also have Karak as well, who can deliver for you from the Highbury side. So you have a lot of, weaponry on yours. You have a whole arsenal that you can use, but Michael Mount is matching that arsenal of yours with the pressure that they're pulling. You know, they're putting so much pressure that you can't get the ball to your arsenal, to your weaponry. So everyone needs to have a little bit of situational awareness. No, it's 30 seconds left, 3-point game. Don't allow a 3-point. Firstly, don't let the ball get to Fleetwood.
Well, here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. No stop clock. Highbury with the ball. Gives it to David Karak. David drives, tries to find Grenfell. That's great by Mda. Mda has been shutting Grenfell out. Great play. 24 seconds on the clock. Highbury still have possession. This time to Brown. Brown wants to post. He hits up Liam. Doesn't go in. Highbury walks away with possession. They can't foul them now. They need to don't foul. Sparzor goes up. No, that's David. That's a foul.
3 seconds violation.
3-second violation. So now 13 seconds on the clock. Can Michael Mount do? Goes for the three. They back Liam. Ralph misses it. There's no rebounder, so they lose possession. 5 seconds on the clock. 4, 3, and it's Sparzor. There is an ankle here. I believe he's turned a knee or an ankle there. There's only a second on the clock here.
Yes, he committed a travel, but in that travel, kind of sprained his ankle or knee. He's holding his knee.
So who's the strongest player for them right now? Because there's only a second on the clock now. They have to put it in play and have a full court shot. Can Michael Mount pull a picture-perfect victory? We know what we're talking about. We've seen these before. Timeouts have happened. We've all watched videos. Second on the clock, full court shot.
So my question now is, does the ball advance? Right? So if the ball advances, that allows Michael Mount more time because now they don't have to move the ball across the whole floor to score. So coach now needs to draw a quick play, and it's what, a 2-point game? 3-point game.
3 points. So it has to be a full court throw.
It needs to be a full court throw, a 3-pointer. And
it has to happen from their own half. Even if they throw it to the halfway line, it's too much time.
True.
A second, 1.8 seconds.
No, 1.8. You can make that pass and make that shot. I believe pass seconds.
They're not fast though. They are a bit younger. We have to take their age into account. I don't mean that as an indictment or poorly. We just have to take.
It's a fact.
Strength is an issue here.
It's a fact.
Full court throw. Strength is a problem.
I agree. I was thinking they had cannons. They just have little pistols. So I understand.
Yeah. Glass arms.
Yes, glass arms. So
they haven't been married as long as you. Their arms aren't as well practiced.
Yeah, so they have to. It has to be a heave, and with those, glass arms, like you said,
heave in a prayer.
Who's your most strongest, precise guy?
But what's interesting here is Highbury setting up in their key, which I don't understand.
No, they're setting up in their key because they also don't want the quick shot to happen.
But I thought they would set up high, leave 2 back, and set up high with a 3-2 because the pressure on the long shot, but make sure the rebounds come.
That would be ideal. You see, I was asking. The ball does get advanced because the timeout. Michael Mount called advanced.
Right.
Yes, bottom right. So now they have to call a play. I think it's going to be a Luca.
1.8. Luca's being marked by Mkhize. This is tight. There's the loose man. Liam needs to get loose. The time's going. He needs to get up. He gets up, and it's a heave and a prayer. And Michael Mount do not win.
I think what the slight confusion came from, the coaches were expecting the ball to be on the left side, so the boys were confused. But the ball was on the right side. They had one less man on the floor as well. you know?
Yeah, definitely. And Highbury Prep takes bronze. I feel they deserve it. 18-5. I feel it's deserved. I do believe Tsakane.
Yes.
It is time for you, sir, to pay up.
and Bitcoin.
I'll take Bitcoin. Highbury Prep takes third place over Michael Mount, under 13s, playing really well when they struggled in their semi-final. They really found some rhythm.
No, and they lost in the previous game, but stepped up in this game. So they didn't what do you call it, enjoy that taste of losing. They came up, went right through and said, listen, we're going to play to our strength, change, adjust, and they've got the result.
No, definitely, absolutely superb. My name is Adam Zawada. I've done 3 games back-to-back, so I'm out of here, Tsakani.
Okay.
Are you staying? Are you next? Please fill in the listeners.
I am next. I shall be with Quinton Denason doing the charity game. So please stay tuned, and we shall give you some great commentary going forth.
Absolutely spectacular. Make sure to tell everyone, tell your friends, tell your family. My name is Adam Zawada. I'm going to take a quick breather. When you come back, it will be Q Denason and Tsakani will be taking you further. Absolute pleasure. Bye for now.
Good.